Going after it against Legowski. Tanchak keeps him away from the puck. Jake Dale comes in, picks it up. The former Pembroke Lumber King gets it behind the net for Tanchak, knocked away from him. Legowski on the backhand puts it off the glass up to the blue line, and McLeod can't hold it onside. In the neutral zone, Tanchak sends it back for Jout to give the Blues some more space. Change starting, fourth line starting to come out for the Blues. McLeod back for Jout, gets it around Trent Penner, heading up the ice, the defenseman, leading the rush, drops it back now. Williams, room to walk it in, shoots, shot, stop, rebound, pops out, and Allen puts it wide of the net. A good chance there for Allen to open the scoring, but the game stays scoreless as he can't finish it off. Flyers get it out. Arpin passes ahead for Trent Penner. Coming in with Kyle Crew. Penner can't make the pass across. Ostrowski now coming up the other way for the Blues. Puts it on for Keenan Allen on his backhand. Directs it towards the net, and that one is blocked. Goes into the close side corner. Sandbrook getting it up the wall. Penalty upcoming here to Winnipeg, so the Flyers will get an early look on the man advantage. Winnipeg touches the puck. And the Flyers, who were 2 for 5 on the power play on Friday's action, will get a look here. 2 minutes and 53 seconds in. Jaden Ostrowski call for the hold. Skating it into the middle, going around Keenan Allen into the attacking zone. Passes over to the boards for Arpin, for Justin Svensson, and on for Sandbrook. Fakes a shot, goes for McCarthy, gets it right back. Looking for his options, finds McCarthy again. Passes down low for Hamilton, shot stopped by Green, and it goes right back to Hamilton below the goal line. He'll pass on for McCarthy, room to walk it in, but can't shoot because this is Zitko's stick. Takes it around, McCarthy still with it, trying to slip it through, can't, gets it on Hamilton, a try, and Green is able to come up with a save, and now Hamilton is tangled up with Young. Those two haul each other down to the ice, and early on, some major fireworks here. 3 Flyers in there against the 4 Blues. Penalty killers, lots of shoving. The linesmen get a couple of the Winnipeg players out of there, and it didn't take any time at all here for that typical playoff hatred to get going in Game 2.
Yeah, tempers flaring right off the bat, and Hamilton, a quick combatant in that, grabbing Young and dragging him down to the ice, and that's something I think the Flyers need to do a little bit better. We've talked about it quite a bit the last few games, you and I, Jake, where I get the fact that tempers are going to flare, but to potentially negate a power play this early in the game, I think the Flyers need to show a little more patience and letting things come to them. That, I didn't mind the shot at the side of the net from Hamilton at all.
Not at all.
They certainly moved the puck well around the perimeter.
Well, nothing extra is going to come of this. Both Young and Hamilton just go off to the bench. 41 seconds left in the power play for Winkler, the second unit, looking to get a goal here for them. Controlling on the close side boards. Flyers looking to move it up to the blue line. Instead, they get it into the middle, but Mike Svensson, no room to shoot. From the blue line, Dobson passes over to the left side for Brody Boschman. Now across to the right for Walt. Slides one through. Mike Svensson looking across, trying to get a tip there from Josh Boschman, and he deflects it wide. Winnipeg gets it behind, but they can't get it out beyond the blue line. Nice hold there by Walt. He'll pass it down low for Mike Svensson out front. Boschman goes over his stick. Dobson gets it, fakes a slap shot for Walt. Looking for a tip there from the slot. Doesn't get it. Goes over to the far side boards. 5 seconds left in the power to play. Ostrowski ready to head out. The Blues have killed it off. One shot for Winkler on that man advantage. The game still scoreless here 5 minutes into the first. Now back at 5-on-5. Duncan Jowett controlling in his own zone. Looking to move it up the close side wall on for Fox. He gets it across for Morera, but too far ahead of him. Jacob Sargent says thank you very much and picks it up for Winkler. Gets it off the stick of Enns in deep to the Blues end. Going after it. Jowett gets to it first, but quickly pressured by Enns. Almost turned it over, but McLeod able to give Jowett an outlet and keep it away from Lucas Enns. Great pressure there. Enns able to get it. The Winkler local up to the blue line across. Now McKenzie, a try tipped on its way towards the net. That one a dangerous one. Just goes wide of the right side post. From the blue line, Sargent going to wrap it around the boards. Gets past Penner in behind the net. Comes up to the hash marks. Winkler, a shot from there, stopped by Green, and the Blues control the rebound. Jowett looking up. Pass for Fox goes away from him, out to neutral ice. Winkler goes out, gets it, and Penner trying to dump it in, put it right into the chest of McLeod, and he'll pick it up as it lands in front of him. No score here. Blues and Flyers in Game 2. Winnipeg looking to even up the series, has gotten themselves a couple of penalty kills here early on. They've looked good in their own zone. The problem is they've barely spent any time at Dylan Malin's end.
Yeah, and I mean, a great improvement to last Friday's game that we keep talking about. This time around, the Blues just can't get a foothold in that offensive zone, and we'll see if maybe they can find a breakthrough here and let the Winkler Flyers run out of legs.
Josiah Vanderhooft over the red line, drops it behind himself for Morera, but Ryan Osterman brought a solid 4 feet offside there. That's an easy call for the linesman. They'll bring this face-off right back out in front of the Flyers bench, and Winkler here, something that I've noticed over these past couple shifts, they're doing a great job right now of standing up their own blue line.
Yeah, they're clogging up the arteries as far as giving the Blues an easy entry into the zone. It certainly has proved difficult to this point in the game.
Flyers win the draw coming in. Waltz able to just stay on side after colliding with Hamilton at the blue line. Winnipeg, though, takes it away from him, and they're looking to move it out. Pass for McLeod, goes away from him, race for it to the far side boards. McLeod gets to it first, passes it around the backside of his net, back to the close side, and Jowd will pick it up. Quickly across the ice to the right for Moreira. Picks it up, going one-on-one against Benson, flying against him down the boards. Gets it into the corner, pass to the slot, goes away from everybody. Out to neutral ice, and off the bench, Brant Young will pick it up for the Blues. Looking northward, doesn't see any options, goes across, finds Moreira through a seam. He'll just backhand it in deep and let Vanderhoof go after it. Kyle Krug going to get to it first, puts it behind himself. Moreira can't knock Sandbrook away from the puck. Flyers get it, and Justin Spence is just going to lob this one out down the ice. Young quickly up for Osterman. Flyers making a change as Osterman dumps it in. The Blues will make one themselves. Nick Dobson picks it up behind. The former Weyburn Red Wing gets it up ahead for Josh Boschman. He'll chip it into the middle of the Blues zone. Two Blues collide, but Winnipeg able to keep it in their possession. And now Jake Dale heading up with Reese Rayside 2-on-2. Rayside trying to get it back for Dale. His pass came right back to him, but he fanned on his shot attempt. And the Flyers now looking to turn it up the other way. Coming down the left wing, McCarthy falls down. Gare takes him into the far side corner, sent up to the blue line, but McKenzie from the bench not able to get there in time. Josh Boschman puts it in deep. A little bit of scrambly play by both teams, trying to get some rushes going. Just a couple of passes, not quite where they need to be. Some players losing some edges, some of those playoff jitters perhaps. 7:55 left to go in the first period. Winnipeg wraps it all the way down deep into the Flyers zone. Malin leaves it behind, almost a miscommunication there, but McKenzie able to recover and get the puck. Sent up the ice, now coming in Ryan Manias, a goal in game one, puts a shot from well out on the green, he stops it, but the rebound is not kept in his breadbasket, goes in behind. Winnipeg able to come up with it. McLeod trying to flip it out, put it right into Manias, stays in the blue zone. McLeod recovers, going to try for a second time here. Pass up the middle on the backhand. Crew able to keep it on side, puts it over to the far side boards. Winkler going for it, Daniel Isaac. Double teamed on the wall, still keeping control of it, now gets trucked by Matt McLeod. Nice hit there, and those two are going to have a really good shoving match here. Referee telling him to break it up, and Matt McLeod is ready to drop the mitts, and now Daniel Isaac joins him, and we've got a playoff fight. McLeod and Isaac going at it in the far side corner of the blue zone. Both of them getting some good licks in at one another, and Isaac takes McLeod down. Good spirited playoff bout. These two teams really don't like each other, and McLeod and Isaac show it there, and both of them are getting a good cheer from their boys.
Well, that's something you don't see every day. Usually Danny Isaac's a spark plug using his speed. This time he does the talking with his fists, and what a spirited tilter here early on in the game.
Yeah, two guys, for Daniel Isaac especially, you wouldn't expect him to go at it. Only 2 minor penalties all season long for himself, and here in game 2 of the playoffs drops the mitts. So this puts the Winnipeg Blues, though, in a really tough position. Now they only have 4 defensemen for the rest of the game. The Flyers do lose a valuable bottom 6 forward, but Winnipeg throughout the game, they're probably going to feel that a lot more, losing one of their 5 defensemen.
Well, losing a D, it's in a war of attrition. You need the bodies, you need the energy, and that's going to play tough as the game progresses because the D is just going to be relied on so heavily. On the other hand, for the Flyers, Daniel Isaac, fantastic penalty killer. You know, he's a great speedster up and down the wing. He's shown a little bit more offensive flair as well, and certainly an important integral part of this Flyers lineup. And yeah, I don't think either team can afford that type of loss, but more so for the Blues in my opinion.
Yeah, but right now both teams don't care as they just thoroughly enjoyed that fight. 7 minutes left to go here in the first period of fight, but we're still waiting for our first goal here at the Rink Training Center. Flyers leading the shot clock 5-2 right now. Both teams now out on the ice. Dawson Green down to our broadcast left for the long change period. Stopped all 6 shots that came his way in the first. Dylan Malin heads down to our broadcast right. He stopped all 5 pucks that came his way in the opening frame. So both of the goalies have been excellent tonight. If you're a Winnipeg Blues fan especially, it's great to see Dawson Green back to his regular self, getting a nice stretch in there. Look at him go, getting himself nice and limber for the period. In a tight game like this, this is the game where playoff heroes are made. Someone tonight is going to etch themselves in their team's history for a long time.
Well, if the Blues can get a goal early on in the period, I think it's one of those games where a guy like Dawson Green could steal a game for this Winnipeg franchise.
Face-off won by Winkler. Game back on here for the second period. The Blues starting on the power play in a scoreless matchup so far. Flyers get the puck all the way down behind Green's net. Winnipeg quickly turning it up, trying to get themselves established before we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Teasdale for Young. Across for Vanderhoof, takes it on the backhand on the close side boards. Looking down, trying to pass from Moreira. That's deflected away by Winkler. Back to even strength. So the Blues finish up with one shot on that power play going back to the first period. 0 for 2 now on the night officially. And as we're back to 5-on-5, Winkler can look to get themselves going early on in the second now. Winnipeg heading up the ice. Vanderhoof down the right wing, stops up at the top of the circles, looking across for Moreira, deflected away by Jacob Sargent. And now the Flyers heading up. Justin Svensson can't get it around. Gare, puck deflects off his stick into the far side corner, going after it. Osterman has it in his skates, couldn't locate it in time. Winkler takes advantage and gets the puck. Quick shot there by Penner, gloved and held by Green. If you're a goalie, it's always good to get an early feel for the puck in a period, especially in a game like this where you want to keep your nerves as low as possible.
Well, and you want to feel it early. I'd like to take a minute to point out that defensive play by Gare. You have a guy like Justin Svensson who scored some highlight reel goals of late. He certainly did a good job keeping him outside with not a lot of danger towards the front of the net.
Winnipeg has spent a lot of time both in preparation for this playoff series against Winkler and over the weekend getting ready here for Game 2, working on their defensive sticks. Gare, a masterclass there with that play. Trent Penner controlling the puck off the draw, knocked away from it by Gare, but then Penner gets it right back. Sharp angle try, stopped by Green, and the net is off its moorings on that save by Green. He'll put it back there himself, doing a little bit of arena maintenance. And the face-off will go back over to his glove side here. Lucas Enns, a player you mentioned in the intermission report, going to be leaned on more heavily here with Daniel Isaac out for the rest of this game. Going up against Mike Tanchak in the face-off dot. Face-off won by Tanchak, goes over to Reese Ray's side, gets it up off the boards for Jake Dale, and he'll get it out to the red line. Dobson gets it back for Winkler, bounces it back into the Blues end. Gare on it first, plays it into the corner, nobody there. Ray side will go and get on it first. Looking up the ice, trying to go for Tanchak, too far ahead of him. Gets over the stick of Dobson, though, and he has to turn around to pick it up. Eventually, puck finds its way over to Mike Svensson. Him and Mike Tanchak go down in the neutral zone. No call on either player there. We'll keep going. Jowett going up the middle of the ice. Gets around Mike Svensson. Chips the puck in deep on the backhand. Malin stops it. Passes it up the close side for Troy Hamilton, and he'll move it on for Mike Svensson. Looking around, long shot from the red line, goes high and wide over the net. Gare can't settle it down in his skates. Hamilton gets it past it to the slot, but Winnipeg takes that away. Justin Svensson generates a turnover, puts it down low, going up against Jake Dale. Two 20-year-olds battle with it below the goal line. Winnipeg gets it up the close side wall, and the Blues are going to be able to skate it out cleanly with Zizitko in command. Gets over the red line, just going to put it in deep. Malin once again going to pass it up, showing off some good puck moving skills here early in the second period. Teasdale gets it at his own blue line. Blues trying to advance it right back into Winkler's end. Gavin Waltz steals it away at his own blue line, bounces it off the boards. Young picks it up for Winnipeg. Neutral zone slap shot, gloved down by Malin, and he'll play it out for Sandbrook. Passes for Crew in the corner, goes up the boards for Svensson, goes off the heel of his stick. Winnipeg got it, but a pass into the slot area in the neutral zone is taken away by Hamilton and put deep into the Blues end. Young, cross-ice feed for Zizitko. Away from him, goes in deep to the Flyers zone. No icing call. Fox and Sandbrook go after it. Fox up against his former teammate Trent Sandbrook. Eric Fox spent the past 2 seasons with the Winkler Flyers, was with them for their 3-game playoff series against the Verdun Oil Capitals before the 2020 season was canceled. Long shot there by Justin Svensson, held in the breadbasket by Green, and then Svensson and Teasdale have a couple token shots for one another in front of Green. Face-off will once again come over to his glove side. 3 minutes and 5 seconds gone here in the second period. Still waiting for our first goal.
This is a great opportunity for the Blues to try and get one here and get the Flyers back on their heels a touch.
The Blues need to get themselves a shot, though. Tanchak going to be thrown out of the dot here for the second time in the second period. Rayside going to come in to take this draw. 14-12 left to go in the second period. The Flyers leading the shot clock here in the second by a grand total of 1-0. Young, a slap shot off the draw, is blocked by his own man. Winkler able to get it out to neutral ice. Teasdale, the defenseman, carrying it back in. Some fancy stick handling doesn't work out for him. And then Mike Svensson lines up Reese Rayside. Rayside gives him a shot in retaliation as he didn't appreciate that hit whatsoever. Flyers have trouble getting it out. Dale comes up with it, and his shot is stopped by Malin. Rebound kick too far away for Dale to get a second chance with it. Advanced up the far side boards to the top of the circle. Winkler comes up with it, but Mike Svensson leaves the puck behind himself. Winnipeg takes advantage and puts it back down low. Jake Dale takes a big hit there from Nick Dobson, loses his stick in the process, or rather that was Dobson who lost his stick, quickly picks it up. Meanwhile, Penner picks up the puck and he'll skate it out down the ice. Over the center ice dot, Penner for Lucas Enns, a long try, gloved by Green, and there will be no second chance there. Eric Fox and Mike Svensson getting in each other's faces. Mike Svensson looks like he's getting in about as close to Fox's ear as he possibly can. Svensson loves to get under the skin of his opponents, and playoff time is the perfect time to be doing that.
Winkler a little overzealous in their own end. Legowski was pretty far up the half wall, and Milan had to make a nice leg save there. The Flyers need to be careful not getting too far ahead of themselves in their own end.
Face-off won by the Blues in their own end, looking to quickly move it out up the ice. Duncan Jowett skates it all the way out himself. Impressive footwork there from the veteran defenseman. Gets the Blues down the ice. In down low, Crew takes a shot there on the wall from Fox. Still able to control the puck. Kyle Crew passes it up, and then Gavin Waltz clipped there by Jowett. That gets a cheer from the Blues bench. Now Waltz gets it back, and the Minnesota local will get it out of his own zone. Garrett bounces it up. Gets it off the stick of Fox back into the Flyers zone. Kyle Crew skating with it. The Courtenay local drops it back behind himself for Sambrook. He'll look up the ice, bounces it off the far side wall looking for Waltz. Blues take that away at the red line, and Jack Kaiser gets it in deep to the Flyers zone. Crew with it again, being pressured by Zizitko. Going up the close side boards. Teasdale, nice hit there. Gets Crew down to the ice. Cianflone in the middle of the ice. Gets that puck up ahead, and Keenan Allen trying to skate in here for a rush, gets the puck knocked off his stick, up and out of play. 12:21 now left to go here in the second. Winnipeg trying to take the puck in down low, gets it there, but McKenzie gets to the puck first, up for Sambrook, and he'll get it right back down the ice. A minute gone here in the power play for Winnipeg, and nothing going on for them right now. Winkler got some momentum earlier from their special teams back in the first, and this could be a chance for them to build some here in the second. Zizitko for Fox. For Young in the middle, he gives it away, and now a shorthanded break. Here comes Jackson Arpin to open the scoring. Arpin can't slip it through the wickets. Great save, Green. Puck sitting there. Flyers trying to jam it home, can't. Green comes up with an answer, but what a chance for Jackson Arpin. Now a big scrum ensues. Everybody except for the netminder is getting in on this one. Young has his guy in a headlock. So far, no gloves have flown off. The linesman just pushing Young away there from Trent Penner. Everyone else is still having some good shots for one another. Sean Williams has had his bucket ripped off. A couple players haul each other to the ice. All of a sudden, we haven't really seen this in the second period. Just goes from 0 to 100 real fast.
But I'm not taking anything away from the Blues. They're defending their hearts out right now on a relentless Winkler attack.
Winkler is opening up the shot gap a bit more here in the second period, currently leading at 7-3 in the middle frame. 13-8 overall throughout the game in favor of the Flyers. Blues get the puck out of their end, pass up a race side, goes off his backside. Flyers take control of it now. Brody Boschman passes it over to the right side, quickly back to the middle for Sambrook. He'll look up the ice, trying to get it in deep to the blue zone. Winnipeg intercepts, and Gare will bounce it off the boards up the other way. Winnipeg trying to chip it around Sambrook. That doesn't work. At the red line on the close side, boards pass across, finds Mike Svensson, room to walk it in, shot stopped by Green. Nice save there off Mike Svensson, has room to walk it in, and there might be a penalty coming up here to Mike Svensson. Looks like they're going to bring him over as he shoves Pierce Gare down to the ice after taking that shot. So Svensson, after a great chance, gets a little bit too much into the game, a little bit too much into the emotions of it, and puts his team down a man for the fourth time tonight.
Well, and staring down the referee after you make an ill-advised penalty right after a good offensive opportunity, and now Rayside, or was that Young, giving him the thumbs up from the bench, that's exactly what Mike Svensson needs to avoid doing. You just did something good on the offensive side, and you negated it with a trip to the penalty box, giving the momentum right back to your opposition.
I mean, that nastiness is very fun in the playoffs, but you have to keep it under control as best you can. Off the draw, once again, Jackson Arpin, though, gives his team a good start on the penalty kill. Sends it all the way down. Green fakes one pass and then leaves it there for Teasdale. Penalty coming up here to Winkler, so an extended 5-on-3 is coming. Blues are shouting for the players on the ice to give it to Winkler. That's just what they do, and looks like they're calling a bench minor here.
It's Svensson in the penalty box. I watched him after he went to the box. He was staring down the referee in the one end, and I think he said something on his skate by the penalty box and took an unsportsmanlike.
Well, you know the Winkler Flyers coaches are going to love that. And now they'd have to pick a guy to go in the penalty box. So the Blues here, with 3:21 left to go in the second, are going to have 1 minute and 42 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey. Owen Legowski is going to go in it and serve the extra penalty time that Svensson got for himself. So here's a question for you. If Svensson got both penalties, who comes out of the box first, Legowski or Svensson?
I would think it's Svensson off the first one. I'm not sure.
This is a different. We don't see this too often, do you?
No, and I don't have a rule book at my disposal.
No surprise, Jackson Arpin, the forward out there for Winkler, but this time Winnipeg comes up with a face-off and gets themselves established right away. Teasdale for Vanderhoof, left for Osterman, walking it in, rips it, and that shot is blocked. Big sacrifice there by Cole McKenzie to get in front of that one. That one hurt him a bit. Looks like he took it off the right hand, shaking the mitt, just shaking away the pain while the Blues get themselves set back up for another try. Vanderhoof leaves it for Osterman again. To the left side for Teasdale, back Osterman. Vanderhoof winds up, fires, and he fans on that shot. Sandbrook goes, gets it, but he can't get it out. The Blues stomp it on the wall and get themselves reset up. Vanderhoof again, this time doesn't shoot. Now Osterman fires, that shot stop, rebound sitting there. It gets away from Winnipeg, and Arpin able to send it down the ice. Flyers are going to get 2 penalty killers off. Now Sandbrook able to make his way over to the bench, so a big change there for Winkler. 50 seconds left in 5-on-3 time for Winnipeg. Osterman back into the Flyer zone, passes to the left side for Tanchak. Back up the wall for Osterman. He'll take it to the blue line before going for Vanderhoof. Looking, finds Osterman, another slap shot, big block there. This time Lucas Enns goes down and sacrifices the body, and Winkler gets the puck. Teasdale can't control it, and they're able to send it down the ice. The Flyers, they're putting everything on the line to get their team out of this mess. 2 minutes left to go here in the second period. Still waiting for our first goal. The Blues on a 5-on-3 power play. Winkler not giving Osterman a chance to enter the zone. He'll drop it off for Young, and he'll get it in to Flyers territory. Winnipeg trying to get themselves set up. Osterman, good reach there, just keeps it onside. Flyers bench, of course, calls for offsides, and they're still unhappy with that one. Brent Young walking in, 5-on-3 over Vanderhoof. The shot, nice save. Malin able to stretch his shoulder up and direct that one up and out of play. So just 15 seconds left. What a penalty kill the Flyers have put together.
Well, and oftentimes, Cole McKenzie putting his body on the line. Lucas Enns, we saw block one earlier with his lower half, and your best penalty killer oftentimes has to be your goaltender, and right now Dylan Milan is starting to steal the show here. I know the shots are still in favor of the Winkler Flyers, but Milan really showing his mettle right now.
This penalty kill has the potential to build a lot of momentum here for the Flyers. They got through the 5-on-4 section, or 5-on-3 section of it. Now just 15 seconds left before it's over. And right now, head coach Justin Falk, looks like they're having a discussion about
that
the players
answers our question.
in the penalty box.
It's Legowski coming off first, and Svensson stays in. There you go. We learned something.
So Svensson has to go back in and chill for another 15 seconds. Justin Falk also, he was unhappy with an offsides there. Got a little bit of an explanation about that. Winkler wins the draw, but they can't clear it out. Perhaps a chance for one last try for the Blues. Kaiser leaves it on the boards for Fox. Looking around in the far side corner, trying to find someone. Opens Ziziko, creeping in, and the pass goes just over his stick and out to neutral ice. Winkler gets through it. The Blues have 2 shots for themselves on that 5-on-3. But the game is still scoreless. 70 seconds now left in the period, and it looks like the Flyers have gotten themselves some jump out of that one. Gavin Waltz carries it into the Blues end, gives it for Arpin. His shot on net, stopped by Green. Blues take away the rebound. Zizitko up to the blue line. Dobson can't hold it in, so we'll have to chase the puck back down. Legowski directs Dobson to just pass it up the ice, gets it into the blue zone, but Winnipeg quickly moving it back up. Kaiser trying to come in, was a step ahead of the puck there, goes in offside. So now not a lot of time left in the second for you to use that momentum here, but just getting that big kill there, that's huge for the Flyers going forward, and that's certainly a game-changing moment.
I think so, and they need to get out of this period. Ultimately, they dodged 2 bullets there, and through some really hard effort, but both from their defenseman and their goaltender. In this case, cruising into the third period with a game tied at 0, especially with the amount of penalties the Flyers have taken this middle frame, it's certainly a testament to their defensive end.
couple of the wingers backed up by the linesman. They'll back right up close to the face-off. Off the draw, it hits the opening at the timekeeper's box, bounces into the middle, and the Flyers come up with it. 38 seconds to try and get a late goal here. Justin Svensson carries it in. Long try, blockered away by Green to the close side boards. Winkler comes up with it, put down low for Waltz. He's pressed up against the boards, down to the ice by Jowett. Justin Svensson comes in to support, and Tanchak able to find that puck and carry it out of the crowd. Skating up the ice, 3-on-2 for the Blues here late for Rayside. Back for Tanchak, the pass too far ahead of him, goes in behind the goal line. Dale quickly moves it into the middle. That's pushed back over to the far side wall by Winkler, trying to carry it up and out. Sandbrook gave it away, but Winnipeg can't keep it onside. Rayside goes for a skid in the neutral zone, and the Flyers are just going to hold the puck in their own zone and kill off this period. So this game, we're still waiting for goal number 1 here. And we might be getting a penalty here late. One of the referees goes over and skates over to Eric Fox, gets in his face about something here. So, I'm not sure. Looks like this is just going to be a warning here. But Fox, he's going to have to watch it. The referees we saw with Mike Svensson in the penalty box, they don't want to see any more of this talk. And Fox, he's going to need to be careful too, because you don't want your team to start on a penalty kill. No,
and certainly against a powerful Winkler Flyers power play, you don't want to mess with the barrier. You'll get the claws in that case. But here, it seemed like I saw Justin Svensson give a shove to the back of Gare's legs on his way by to the bench. I know animosity is running high here, especially for the Winnipeg Blues. You've held on basically to this point. I wouldn't say they've ever really had a portion of this game where they've outright controlled the zone in the Winkler end.
Apart from the 5-on-3.
The 5-on-3, but I mean that's the Flyers shooting themselves in the foot. Aside from that, you've gained some really good a foothold, let's say, moving into the third frame. Now you have 20 minutes where anybody can win this game. Nobody's ahead, nobody's behind. It's just a matter of, to me, it's the Blues game to win if they can keep the Winkler Flyers beating themselves.
Yeah, someone called Bonnie Tyler. We need a hero here tonight. Well, we're not going to find it in the second. We'll have to wait until the third or potentially beyond to find our winner here tonight. No score between the Winnipeg Blues and the Winkler Flyers through 40 minutes of hockey here at the Rink Training Center. We'll step aside into the Taylor McCaffrey Lawyers second period intermission report here on Game Time Radio and Hockey TV. Flyers getting another chance here, but Arpin won't get a chance in the draw. Thrown out. That brings in Brody Boschman for this face-off. Face-off is won by Winnipeg, but not far enough, so that creates a scrum off the draw. Manias and Arpin in there against Young and Teasdale. Winkler had the puck for a moment, but Osterman sweeps in and gets the puck. Skating it up the ice, coming in 3-on-2 for the Blues. Osterman across, finds Barrera for Vanderhooft, and he chips it just wide. Great chance for the Blues, but Josiah Vanderhooft inches off finding the icebreaker. The game remains scoreless. Flyers, after getting away with that one, gonna get it out to the neutral zone. Teasdale almost taken away from the puck, able to get it onto his stick, but he gets it onto his stick offside, so no extra chance there for the Blues on that shift. But what a rush from the top line for Winnipeg, and they almost get the tip at the side of the net from Vanderhooft to work.
Yeah, great scoring chance, and they had Marlin stretched right out. Every inch of his 6'5" frame used in that save, and that's exactly what the Blues needed. They just need to capitalize and give the Flyers some sense of urgency here heading into later stages of this game, potentially making a mistake.
This game has had a lot of excitement now. Fox a chance, scores! Eric Fox won a shot, and with 5:46 left to go in the third, the Blues have finally broken the tie. It's 1-0 Winnipeg. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. We'll keep an eye on Dylan Malin. Puck knocked down with a high stick by Vanderhooft in the neutral zone. Faceoff will come on the Blues side of the red line. So we will keep an eye now on the Flyers netminder, see when head coach Justin Falk decides to pull him off the ice for the extra attacker. Definitely right now you want to be controlling this face-off before you even think about doing that. Discussion between the linesmen. They'll keep the face-off in the neutral zone. Osterman up against Jackson Arpin. So right now, looking out there, the Flyers have themselves set up to go to 6-on-5. They win the draw. Crew gonna ring it around the boards from the neutral zone. Malin right now, though, still inside the blue paint in his end of the ice. Battle on the far side boards. Winnipeg digs it out. It's going to go all the way down for an icing call. 2:09 now left to go in the third here. And Malin going for a bit of a skate here. They have the bench door open for him. And the Flyers will make one change. They'll swap out Crew for McCarthy, so they're getting themselves set up for 6-on-5, but it looks like they want to make sure they have control off this draw first.
Yeah, big face-off here for both sides.
Off the draw, Arpin, face-off man extraordinaire, gets some help to win it back. Sandbrook for McCarthy. Malin still in his crease, and the Blues send it down. No icing as it goes right onto Malin, so lucky there for Winnipeg. They're able to get a change to get their top defensive guys out onto the ice. Inside the blue zone, Sandbrook loves it down, keeps it onside, battle forward on the boards, and Winnipeg is able to get it out to the red line. Sandbrook passes for Justin Svensson. Less than 100 seconds to go in the game. Svensson pass up the middle, taken away by Ray's side. He's able to get it away from Hamilton, heading towards the net. Puck goes to Malin, and he'll just pass it up now for Arpin. Moved ahead, Troy Hamilton heading back in. On the backhand, trying to push it in deep, goes up and out of play. 1:22 now left to go. Face-off will come on Winnipeg's side of the red line on the close side boards. Blues make a change with their back end. And Winkler here is called a timeout. You have a quick talk with your goalie so he knows exactly what he's doing, and you make sure everybody out on the ice knows exactly what the game plan is.
Yeah, and again, credit to the Blues. They've thrown a wrench into the Winkler offensive plans. All they're doing is creating a disjointed effort up ice, causing some confusion at the blue line. The Flyers have kind of had an open door there all evening, and all of a sudden the Blues have just deployed the right game tactics here to could have put a little bit of mud, not let the Winkler Flyers skate freely over that blue line. And now it looks like they're just trying to do too much. They're working themselves out of those chances that they were enjoying earlier in the hockey game.
So Malin is going to head back to his crease here. Flyers want to make sure they control off this face-off in the neutral zone. The biggest face-off of the game here for sure. No surprise to see Winkler trusting Jackson Arpin to take this draw. Mike Tanchak is going to get the call for the Blues. Two left-handers up against one another in the draw. Everybody set to go. And off a battle, the Flyers control. Sandbrook for Justin Svensson. He'll just get over the red line, dumps it in, but fanned on it so it doesn't go very far. That works out in Winkler's favor as they're able to get easier control of the puck, and now they have 6 guys out there. 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go. Winkler trying to tie up game 2 here. Sandbrook, a blast by McCarthy. Stop, rebound, sitting there. Hamilton can't get a chance with it, sitting out front. Green can't stop or get his glove over it. Vanderhoof towards the empty net, wide, and a race for the puck. Osterman is going to win it out and negate the icing. What a rush there by Ryan Osterman. He can't get a chance at the empty net, but he takes more seconds off the clock. Gavin Waltz winding his way up the ice. Blues make a change. Osterman heads off. Fox heads on. Winnipeg stands up their blue line, and Jawa towards the empty net puts it wide. Icing called against Winnipeg, so their guys are stuck out there on the ice. 32 seconds now left to go. Big offensive zone draw coming up.
Wow, play of the last 10 minutes of this hockey game is Ryan Osterman negating that icing, showing or giving everything he had in that, and now the coach is calling a timeout to perhaps get number 26 back out on the ice.
Well, the Blues can't make a change here because of the icing, so...
Oh, regardless, never mind, yeah.
Well, it does give them a chance to rest their guys.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Osterman will be able to go back out there after all the gas he burned heading down to negate that icing. Winkler, they're going to draw up their best play. They've got all their best guys out there, so one of them is going to have to make a big play here. Dawson Green, so far spotless. Can he keep that going?
Oh, he's played a fantastic game. I've been very impressed with how aggressive he's been, showing no ill effects from the game on Friday. And, I mean, at this level of hockey, you have to be very solid between the ears, and that young man has showed his resiliency here tonight. He's made some great saves. He's made them look relatively easy. 26 shots, by no means a shooting gallery, but some really quality chances for the Flyers. So good job on number 30 tonight.
Flyers pounding the bench. They come up with a face-off shot, and it goes off the side of the net. Justin Svensson had his spot labeled just a couple inches away. With it again, Svensson another try, and that one goes off the stick of a Blue and out of play. Takes 10 seconds off the clock, but the Flyers get the look they want. Justin Svensson just a little bit off, able to execute.
Yeah, missing by near inches, but at the same time, it looked like Green had that post covered, and the shot was that 12 inches off the ice, just over the pad, under the glove. We'll see if they can find another look.
This time face-off on the far side. Winnipeg wins the draw. They were able to make a change to get different skaters on the ice. From a battle, Winkler comes up with a puck tipped on net by Waltz, and Green, another stop, holds on to it. Now 15 seconds to go. The seconds continuing to tick off. Some shoving at the side. Don't want to take a penalty here. I know there's only 15 seconds left, but if you're Winkler, a face-off in your own zone would be almost game over, basically. And if you're Winnipeg, going down a 6-on-4 would be really tough.
It would be catastrophic on either side. You just give up a man, and you don't want to play into that. You want to finish this game off the right way.
Off the draw. Winkler tangles up their guy out front. Waltz just can't put it home. Green, another great diving save. And another 4 seconds tick off. Winkler is not giving up on this one. They want to play some extra time.
They're throwing everything and the kitchen sink at Dawson Green right now, and just that effort that he had to jump on that puck with a scrambling Gavin Walsh coming right into his kitchen is just, it's so admirable to see this young man battle like this. The Flyers are no slouch when it comes to offensive power, and this Blues team just battling their tails off.
Arpin against Tanchak in the draw once again. Everybody set. Face-off, one out by Winkler. Sandbrook fires one through, it's blocked, goes in behind the goal line. Gare comes up with it, trying to hold it up against the boards and just kill the game off. The time winds down, and it's over. The Winnipeg Blues tie the series up, a 1-0 victory. Dawson Green, a 28-save shutout for himself, locks things up at 1, heading to Game 3 on Wednesday.